Hi, this is Graphically Alex coming at you with all things fat related. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Today, I want to do another discussion because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I've been struggling with this all year, and I want to talk about it with you guys. But I set a goal about a year ago to basically make it to this point. Make it to this point in a lot of areas of life, but the ones that are the most relevant to you guys are in terms of my downsizing journey and in terms of my YouTube channel. And I worked my ass off, and I see the end, not necessarily of the channel, I'm just saying, I see the end of my downsizing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I think it's giving me a little bit of a fear of success, if I'm honest. I don't know what the future looks like. And I talked about that in my most recent health update. I don't know what my future holds. And typically that wouldn't necessarily bother me as much anymore. Like, I haven't been bothered by that since I was in my tortured era, but it's bothering me. And I feel like it's on a procedural level, on a practical level, I mean, like on a lifestyle level. I don't know how to not sit here and toil and work my ass off all the time. I don't know how to rest. I don't know how to stop. To a large extent, it's been a huge part of my experience in the mids is getting over resistance-based weight loss and getting over this aspect and trying to have more enjoyment in the process, or more enjoyment towards my goals and these types of things. And it's like, I'm hitting a wall. I think that this solstice time, this is the last time it's going to be really hard. And I have a feeling it will be easier now going into the rest of the year, especially from November, because from November, I'm going to start upping my calories to get towards maintenance by mid-December. So I know it will be easier, and I feel like I have to prepare myself for when things are easier. So I want to see what people said on Reddit, and I want to discuss it with you guys because I don't know. I'd love your guys' advice too, if any of you guys have concluded a journey, how you pivoted. I don't want it to be like, I want to flow, you know? And I'm in danger of that in December if I don't figure this out or start to really figure it out. And I feel like I had foreshocks of this in March, and I didn't really get it still. You know, it was better. Like when I went to Austin and stuff, and when I went to LA, like I figured it out a little bit. And I just, I was dealing with the boredom in May. I remember this one health update where I was like, when boredom becomes peace, I dealt with it. And then in June, I just became really industrious and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't know how to stop. I feel like in a lot of ways, I have gotten a lot of dopamine from constantly working, and that served me during a downsizing process, because working and being busy and exercise and these types of things, it's incredibly helpful. but I have to calm down a bit because I am hitting certain walls and I don't have as much excess fat to power it all. So I'm hitting certain physical limits too. And I know I have my break coming when I go to LA, so I'm not like worried. Like, you guys don't need to be worried. I'm just being very prudent in considering this and thinking about this now. And I would love all of your perspectives if you guys have any, because the what now effect is creeping in. And I don't know how to change my lifestyle because it's so entrenched. I've been downsizing for such a long time, for literal years. And it's like some of the weight loss hormones are going away. So I'm going back to how I felt when I wasn't in a deficit in some ways, which is weird. But it's also like procedurally and practically, it's like I'm sitting at home sometimes because work is really slow in July. And I'm not doing daily anymore. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so bored. And I feel really sad. I feel depressed. I feel hollow. I don't feel good about it. And I feel like I shouldn't feel that way when I stop. So I have to work on this because it could be dangerous, in terms of my progress. And I try to talk about problems before they become a problem. And so here we are. Okay. I lost it. What's next? Male 27, 5'8", starting weight 240, goal weight 160, current weight 150. So I did it. I lost all the weight and then some. What's next? I sort of started my life midway through, moved out, got a car, an apartment, and I'm working on my career, and that's all great. I feel great, but I'm not really sure what's next. I'm also a new poster to Reddit, so I guess I'm not really supposed to be in the R Lose It subreddit anymore since I lost it. Is there a better place to peruse now? Or do we just go back to whatever life was before? I guess I'm not super sure how to be a normal person after spending 8 months hyper-focused on downsizing. I don't have anyone who relates, and after spending so much of my energy in this now that I'm done, I just don't know what I'm doing. Does anyone have any advice on what to do? So I'm not there yet, but I feel it. And even now, I feel the shift because it's not as hard. Things are not as hard. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I've spent so much time reinventing the wheel that I don't know how to stop reinventing the wheel. I don't know how to coast. I don't know how to just ride the shore, ride the waves back to shore. And that's kind of what I need to do now. And it's making me really anxious, honestly. It freaks me out. Honestly, it does. Like, congrats on your success. That's awesome. Maintaining weight loss is a lifelong goal and challenge. Many people in this sub, myself included, remain after achieving their goal weight. In order to stay mindful of this, may I ask, what was your method? Thank you. I use CICO. And around the time I moved out or halfway, I found Half of Carla on YouTube and made sure I did a minimum of 1 hour on the treadmill a day. Then I added OMOD, and with those it worked. Interesting. I've seen her before. We've watched her on the channel before. Love this. I'm also a CICO, Purposeful Exercise, OMAD guy, and it worked for me too. A common challenge that people have when they achieve their goal weight is adjusting their lifestyle from losing to maintaining. So I'm going to do it slowly because I want to give my body time to adjust. I want to give my brain time to adjust. I want to ease out of it. I don't want to do any regain at all. So I want to be purposeful. I'm going to take at least 6 weeks from November till mid-December. I need to be done by the winter solstice. I'm not doing it again. I told you guys, I'm done. No more toiling, no more January. That's for y'all. You guys can do it. I did it. I'm done. I told you guys this year, I'm like, I'm never losing weight in the winter again. I'm done. I'm fucking done. It's awful. But for those of you guys pursuing it, I will still be here. And I do plan on doing daily in January again. So look forward to that. Launching the maintenance phase. We'll probably focus a lot on Aubrey, our favorite. But anyways, you have done an excellent job of building skills and habits during your downsizing that can transfer easily to help you maintain. Have you thought about how you're going to do it? Okay. I'm going to still count. I'm just going to count and basically be 1,000 calories higher. So especially next year, I will consider maybe not counting as much in 2027, but I feel like next year is like a retainer. You know, it's like I need to count the whole year again, and I'm going to. Because I need to really stay, you know, with that. And I think it'll be okay. And if I have to count forever, I will. I don't really care. You know, obviously in the future, I wouldn't have to be perfect. But my maintenance phase is very purposeful, and it's before a final cut towards August. So I have plans still. But my maintenance phase, I really need to do it. I just need to. It's been a long time since I have not been in deficit for months at a time. It's been literally years. So I need to. But yeah, it's kind of like a soft launch maintenance, then a final cut, and then maintaining again going into the end of 2026. So I have a plan as far as my weight. Outside of that, nothing. I do have a plan for YouTube as well. You guys know I have my vanity weight era coming, so I have plans for that. I'm still working at it. I do plan on filming something for it in LA. So it's coming. I think it will come in August. I'm thinking mid-August. So, yeah. But anyways. Yeah. Maybe a little earlier, but like around there. After the first week of August and change, I'm going to launch. So I'm doing a lot of preparation. I'm also getting into the mindsets and these types of things. Like, I think I'm changing now, but I'm not ready to launch it for you guys yet, you know. But that I do have a plan as far as you guys, and I have a plan as far as downsizing. I don't have a plan in terms of anything else in my life. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm kind of scared. So that's a little scary, I think. That freaks me out a little bit. So, anyways, the same way you plan and structure your days to lose, have you done the same to maintain? Do you know your new maintenance calories? Is OMAD still going to be the plan? And do you plan to exercise daily? Well done. Thank you. I haven't technically adjusted anything. I've been adding more workouts to my routine. Currently doing weightlifting at work with OMAD, CICO, and an hour on the treadmill at night, and building muscle and losing. And I actually think I managed to wiggle my way into a body recomposition and want to build muscle, but my resources just kind of run out, so I'm kind of still doing the same thing. It helps with the occasional night out, but I guess I'm just looking for resources on where to refocus. I've had a lot of people tell me I'll just gain it all back, but I try not to listen to those people. Oh my God, that is so horrible. What assholes. I think I'll always be able to exercise daily. I've never enjoyed it, and I don't think I ever will, but I can't not go to the gym. It's too important. I like exercise. I like moving. I think physically I do have plans, I guess. Like, I feel like I think I'm going to focus on a lot of muscle building. I think particularly I want to build my arms a lot. And anywhere where I worry about loose skin, I want to build up, because I don't care that much about being like, you know, super skinny or twinky dinky or whatever. I just don't feel like that was how I meant to be. You know, I've never felt that way. I still don't. And I feel like I'd be totally cool with having like an arm as big as a thigh. You know what I mean? Like, I would be fine. and then I want to have a big ass and big thighs. So going into maintenance, I think I would focus a lot on that. I know I'm going to switch to free weights completely going into maintenance because you're less likely to be injured in maintenance. So I'm going to do a lot of refocusing and redoing of my fitness routine. I'm going to get off the machines. I'm going to do all that stuff. And honestly, being introverted has its benefits. I probably will continue to go to the gym for a lot of hours. At least 3 hours twice a week, maybe even longer, maybe even a third day. Because I was like, there are benefits to being introverted. And I like the gym because I don't talk to anybody. And it's like, I really enjoy that time. And there's no reason for that to stop. And it would definitely help to build muscle for maintenance. And like I said, I want juicy thighs, juicy ass, big arms, So I'm going to have them, it's like, I don't know. It's just not me. There's nothing wrong with being skinny. I don't have anything against it. I just don't feel like it's me. I feel like I like to eat and I like to go to the gym, So, like, I like to eat and I like to move. So it's like, that's probably what's going to happen. Spoiler alert, But those are like the muscle areas that I'll focus on. But I'll probably do a lot of full body work too. I'm actually like getting happy thinking about it, to be honest. But I think it'll be more of like a hobby, I guess, rather than life or death, like less intensity behind it. But yeah, I guess those are some goals. Look at me getting it together a little bit. Okay, we got this. I have some plans. I'm making some plans during this. I appreciate this. I appreciate you guys for being here. Okay. Okay, what I would focus on is trying out new physical habits, yoga, biking, running, boxing, swimming, CrossFit. I think I will focus on flexibility more. I want to do stuff like that. I just want to continue. I guess I don't have to stop working on my body. I think there's a lot of stretches I want to do. I want to try to work on I think it's anterior pelvic tilt. I might start doing stuff like that now. And I do have a lot of aesthetic stuff in mind, like that tilt. And there's certain stretches that need to be done. Like, I need to sit down and actually like make a plan and like more of a schedule. Because again, for my Astro Girly Pops, I have Jupiter and Virgo. I do. I've really learned to enjoy fitness and body maintenance, which is so not me. Like, I was so not that way when I was younger. But honestly, it has become something that I just cannot see not being a part of my life. I think over this time, this almost makes me want to cry, but over these years, I've really learned to love to take care of my body. Even like my teeth and stuff like that, like, and it's weird, but it's become something that's so grounding to me in a healthy way. And I feel like it's taken the place of the toxic ritualistic. I think it was kind of like a natural inversion, honestly, to go from not caring at all to completely caring and just wanting to take care of my body and appreciating my body for what it's been through, what I put it through, and all this stuff. And it's like, I enjoy that. I really do. Like, maybe I'll learn massage and stuff like that. Like, I'd love to massage a future boyfriend, kind of thing. Like, I like that kind of stuff. And I think I want to learn how to cook more. I want to be more homey too. I guess I have some aspirations that I need to focus on. And then I want to look at style a lot. Um, I think I just want to embrace my inner Virgo, you know? I think that's what I'm realizing. I think that's what it is. So I think I'll probably put effort towards those things once I'm no longer in a deficit, because it's kind of hard to do all of it at once, and I can phase in. I know some of you guys have been asking for like certain cooking videos and stuff, and that might be something I can phase into for sure, at least like one day a week or something like that. It might be interesting, and I want to brush up on it and get better at it. I'm not like totally clueless with cooking. I just never have time, and it's like I am getting to a point where I have time because I don't have to toil so much. So it's like, why don't I learn more? I have friends who know how to cook. I can learn from them. Um, okay. Okay. I'm going to have to watch this video again in the future because I think that makes sense. And then obviously style wise, which let me show you guys something. So I still like to thrift, and I found a pair of jeans for $3.29. And they're 38. I haven't washed them yet, and I need to. But I got these, and I was like, because I have a lot of jeans from my friend Eric. He gave them to me because he lost a bit. And so there's like a lot of like 35s, some 33s. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Eric, what the fuck? Like when he gave them to me. But I was like, just in case, just in case, just in case. You never know, you never know, you never know. And it's like, honey, I'm a 38, you know? I'm not that far now. It's like I'm probably going to get to that 35 pair, you know? But I needed like a bridge or like, so I got those, and it's like, I still like thrifting. Like, I think I'll still do it a lot. And I need to develop an aesthetic style and stuff. I still have some style now, but it's just very thrift. And when I get to my maintenance, I can look at like long-term clothes and stuff and start formulating a collection, and I want to do that. So I think I want to get in touch with these things. So I think a lot of the energy I've used for downsizing, I think I'll use it for this stuff. I think I'll look at clothing. I might even get into sewing. I do have friends who sew. I've been debating on it, but to me, like the idea of being able to adjust any clothes or make my own or anything, it's like super fascinating to me. Again, my Virgo is within. You know, I'm not a Virgo, I'm not, but it's there, and it's like those types of things, they're very like calming to me. They're very grounding. And I think as I've had these dopamine issues, like I can't focus as much on it. But as they get better, I'll be able to focus more. And I think those are ways of being calmer, and those are ways of focusing this energy. It's like I'm still gonna have this energy. I'm actually feeling calmer just talking about it. So I'm like, okay. Like these are hobbies. These are things I can do. They're also practical. Like I like to be practical. And, you know, it would be great to know how to sew a hole in a pair of jeans. You know, I think it's a good skill to have. And, um, yeah, I don't know. And I have I have a lot of girlfriends and a lot of girls, you know, a lot of y'all watch my channel and stuff. It's like I have a lot of women that can teach me these things that I'm interested in learning, and that know these things. And I'm like, I'm interested and I want to do that. So I think I'm really intimidated by that, but by sewing. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you'll see me behind a sewing machine at some point, even though it terrifies me low key. But I'm just saying, like, I'm interested in those types of things. I don't know. I would love to be able to make my own clothes. But it's like, there would be so much work to learn all of that. And it's like, well, that's time, or that's effort or whatever that could fill in that void. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'll see. I will see. Because I think for me too, like personally, I'm not interested as much in AI and stuff like that. Like, I want to almost rebel against it. It's like I want to do more with my hands. I want to be more rooted in reality. I don't want to do that stuff because I wasn't happy when I was toxic ritualistic and like just all up in the air, I wasn't happy like that. And I think there's something so valuable in being grounded. And I say that as somebody where my head was in the clouds all my life until I had this health crash out and shifted. And for those of you guys who have always been grounded, it's very wise. And I never appreciated it as much. And I want to now. I don't ever want to lose that again. So that's what I'm thinking about too. Okay, anyways. Okay. Get buff as hell. That's funny. Don't add it back. You can't go back to exactly what you were doing before, though honestly, it sounds like you wouldn't want to. Well done on the life upgrade. Take some of that focus and turn it towards working out how to improve your health, which will include roughly maintaining your weight. The amount of attention that needs to drop over time. You can either just relax or use the extra headspace to work on things like your career. Okay, there is a maintain it. That's interesting. Okay. Maybe we'll have to look at that. We'll have to flirt with it a little more. I am new to losing weight, but from what I hear, the most difficult part is keeping it off long term. Since I have read only 20% of people maintain their weight loss after 3 years. So before I even started losing, I looked up what those 20% are doing, and the biggest thing was continuing to track what they eat. So I started tracking what I eat every day and plan to continue it for life. I was only trying to lose 15 pounds. I've lost 7 so far just by tracking what I eat and eating less. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, I think that this helped, honestly. I think I have some answers. I think I have some future outlets for this energy that I have. And I think what I'm going to start with is probably cooking, clothes, and the muscle building stuff. And once I've learned those more, then maybe I will progress towards sewing, even though that freaks me out. But it's kind of like, why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? And I don't have an answer. If I'm curious about it, why shouldn't I do it? And I think especially because, I'll have my body, and I can dress myself and I can kind of have that same, it's like finding a way to have that control, but in a healthy way. Because it's not harmful to control how I dress or control my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Or control that type of thing. So it might be an outlet for that because I would love to not have to rely on Walmart. You know what I mean? I'd love to not have to rely on something like that. And just be like, I want to do this. Da-da-da. This is what I want. And then make it. So, I don't know. Just a thought. But I will talk to you guys later. I need to learn. I need to do more with cooking too. I really do. I need to make that a part of my routine. So that might be something I have to work at fast. I might have to start doing that, like, basically now. Um, but that can be a part of the next era too. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if this bored you all to tears, but let me know if you guys are currently downsizing. What are your plans after? And let me know if you guys are done. Let me know how you figured this out, or what perspective you have, or what advice you have, or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.